Binge drinking has been condemned as a blight on society, and with Christmas coming up, the chances are it'll get worse. So the police are going to crack down on it. They're going to go undercover into pubs to catch licensees selling booze to drunks, and one medical expert thinks that's a good idea.
These people are disinhibited, they're aggressive, they're abusive, and the nursing staff and the medical staff bear the brunt of that, and anything that reduces that is to be praised. After hours, after 10 o'clock at night, particularly Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, we will see probably 50 to 60 patients, all of them injured or whatever as a result of alcohol. Well, it's partly alcohol abuse, but it's people who get drunk and get into fights, people who get drunk and fall over. Occasionally we see people who stagger out of the pub in front of traffic and come in with multiple injuries, although that's rare. But it's basically around the fact that they're drunk, disinhibited, and they get into trouble.
And is the alcohol problem getting worse?
I think it is. I think the evidence is anecdotal, but I think that it is slowly getting worse. We're seeing a broader spectrum of people of different ages, ranging from 13, 14-year-olds up to 80-year-olds who are coming in drunk.
What do you think is making it worse?
I think it's difficult to know. I'm not absolutely sure that changing the licensing hours have made a difference. What it has done is spread the load out. Before, people were coming in drunk up to 2 in the morning. Now they're coming in drunk up to 5 in the morning. So the numbers are probably very similar throughout the year, but the timescale has changed.
I think it's a good thing, because it'll stop all the violence going on, like binge drinking and all that. So
clearly, completely wasted. The bar staff have got a responsibility not to serve many more drinks.
Do you think the police are right to go undercover then?
No.
Why not?
Well, I think it's a bit devious. I'd say leave them alone.
So how would you police that sort of thing?
Well, I wouldn't personally. I don't know. It's not really. I don't really think it's that much of a big deal.
The police will be able to fine licensees who serve drunk people £80, and they'll also be able to fine them if they cannot prove that they've trained their staff in how to spot drunks.
Talk about people, how they look, that their eyes may be showing signs, the way they're slurring words, and we go through it in quite a vigorous training regime to make sure that people understand what we're looking for. If we feel that they've had nearly too much to drink, then we say, I feel if you have something else to drink, then you might go over the limit, and we would be breaking the law, so we won't do that.
Well, we do have 1 or 2 irresponsible licensees operating in Manchester, and what we want to do, we want to work with Greater Manchester Police in rooting these individuals out and taking firm and positive action against them. We're expecting probably 275,000 people over the Christmas period to come into the city centre. We want them to come into the city, enjoy themselves and go home safely.
Well, I don't want people to not drink. I like a drink, but I think the message is drink in moderation and enjoy it. If you don't drink in moderation, you may end up not enjoying it.
The worst bars could be reported to the licensing authorities and ultimately lose their licence. But the best and most responsibly run venues will be recognised in a competition. Richard Butt, Channel M News.